Coke, so go get some chocolate cake, turn up the radio, and please don't swipe us, please just like us, and do not knock us until you've tried us. Coming at you live from Robcast radio station, portal directly into your imagination. So turn up the Robcast, here it goes, Robcast radio. Tell you a bedtime story, maybe then tuck you in, baby. Here it goes.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again, it is motherfucking time for Robcast Live. Coming at you uncut and unrated from Spreaker Studio and Robcast Radio. So here's Zombie, and here it goes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again it is time for Robcast Live, so I would say pour you a nice little adult beverage, that special someone you got next to you there, what can I say about that, man? You got that special someone right there next to you, guys. Mad respect. Let me tell you something. It's the little things. It's the little things, man. It's not these big things like money and bullshit that you guys are fighting about that you're gonna miss when they're gone. It's the little things, man. It's them making you smile or laughing at your joke or helping you to find a creative solution out of your situation, but mainly to smile. Just someone to make you smile. It's the little things like that that are left by the wayside and that people take for granted. And so do not take those small things for granted, guys. So rock and roll, here we go. Welcome to Robcast Live. We're here tonight, just like every single show. We'd like to start off by saying thank you. Thank you to the Army, thank you to the Navy, thank you to the Air Force, and thank you to the Marines for doing what you bad motherfuckers do to keep our country free. Thank you for your service, guys. And I definitely always add a PS to the thank you at the beginning of the show, to where I definitely like to say thank you to the police officers back the badge, firefighters and EMTs, when everyone else is trained to run away from danger, guys. There's danger, run. You all are trained to run straight into it. So for all of you first responders, mad respect, guys. So on to the show. Might have a little call-in action here. I don't know if we can do a 3-person call-in. Any 3-way action. A menage a call here on the show. We could attempt that at some point in this time tonight. But rock and roll. Look. Being in a constant state of advancement. What does that mean, guys? That means that you always want to be improving, living life to the fullest. And however, some people that would like to represent this, everyone has a bad day. Even people that are just out there trying to inspire people, man, we all have a bad day. So the next time that guy cuts you off in traffic, just remember, man, you don't know what his story is. You don't know what his day was like. So just shoot him and get it over with. I'm kidding, okay? Don't shoot anybody unless you have to. Give that guy a break, man. Let him in. Show him some love. Every once in a while, when that big burly son of a gun comes at you, mad at you swinging, all he needs is a hug. And if you don't believe me, try it. And 9 times out of 10, son of a gun, let me tell you something, you'll get a good reaction. You might get your ass beat, but all of us need a good ass whooping every once in a while too, don't we? I mean, come on. So yeah, every once in a while, I try to advocate that every single person should do what they love to do. They should wake up every single day doing what they love to do, right? And although I've not really discussed a whole hell of a lot on how, you're supposed to make this plan an action, how you're supposed to turn this thought into physical form, we will get into that in some of the Robcasts coming up in the future. And we'll talk about the whole, I don't even know what to call it, guys. But what I can definitely tell you is that sometimes we find inspiration, or actually sometimes inspiration finds you when you least expect it. Now, not always is it in the form of a whirlwind romance, but I mean, I'll take it. I can't complain today. But yeah, I mean, you never know where inspiration is going to find you. I hope I find some inspiration for this show, guys, because I am not even really normally I've got like a few notes and stuff like that, and I've got some interesting stories or what have you, but particularly tonight, I'm going to try to get a call-in going, and we'll see what's rocking and rolling with, the weekly call-in with Mr. Chris Ride or Die. And we're not going to call him Ride or Die, my bad. Just Chris Ryder. Just don't call him late to dinner. I have to do some searching sometimes. You have an addictive personality like me. I'm not saying that you do. But even just some people get upset. They get obsessed with different things and wanting to, perform to your optimal ability, and your mind, your body, and your spirit. I was listening to, oh goodness, it's a scientist, and he was talking about undealt with stress. And he says that the undealt with stress in your life, right, is stored in your body and is dealt with biologically. So the undealt with stress in your life, the things that you worry about and the things that you manifest into your body, literally, and this is not a term, a phrase, this is literally become sickness in your body. They literally, the undealt with stress in your life is stored in your body and is dealt with biologically. So you think about that, and you think about the ways that you can try to eliminate some stress out of your life. And they say that, let's say, doing some exercise, riding a bicycle, walking, making love all night long, that is scientifically proven to be more effective than medications on depression, anxiety, and stress. So think about that too. I mean, that's something that I never really knew. And whenever I say that everyone should wake up every single day doing what they love to do, and it starts with you, and that you have to perform every single task to the best of your ability, no matter how small, no matter how big. Now, you may be in a job that you don't like right now, or you may be pushing papers, or changing oil at the Lubentune, or whatever. But the thing that you have to remember is that you, in order to make these adjustments in your life, is that you have to perform every task to the best of your ability, and that includes the job that you're currently in. And in doing so, it will put you on the advance, and it will put you towards living a greater life. And if you, let's just say, you can't get out of your job, we know you can't, you've got kids to raise, and all of these kind of things, it may be a situation that you can't just get out of. But you've lost hope, and you want to redefine yourself, and you want to find that you're not just living in this concrete world of a cubicle that you stare at all day long. Then I heard, goodness, who was it today? I was listening to a podcast today, and there's this life coach, and she was saying that one of the things that you can do to break out of that mold is to set a goal for yourself that's outside of your job, that's outside of your family, and to keep with that goal and to meet that goal. Whether it's a marathon or it's you want to enter a quilt in a quilt making contest, or if it's building a motorcycle, whatever this is, set some kind of an outside goal for yourself, a hobby, or again, like a marathon or some sort of a training class, and set that up outside of your normal job and stick with that goal, and that will begin to let you start to begin to trust and to begin to build faith in you, because that's what counts, is how you feel about you. Your perception on what the whole world, the way that they see you and the way that you see yourself, is the difference between a normal person and a mastermind. And that, my friends, is a fact. So I put up at the beginning, on the notes for the show, would you rather take a risk or live with regret? And the answer to that is risk is always better than regret. I would rather take a chance and fail than to live the rest of my life not knowing what would have happened if I didn't take that chance. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't realize this too. A scientist is talking about how, creative jobs there aren't a whole heck of a lot of arts types jobs, creative jobs, and that only 7% of the people on the planet Earth are being creative, or they're creating something. That's 7%. 7%. Now let's just say he's wrong. Let's say it's 20%. But do you realize that 80% of all people are just doing whatever they're told to do, and they're not being creative in their everyday? And what they're doing, they're not creating, they're just competing. And with that being said, something to think about is this. Out of 7% of, or 7, we'll say 20% of all adults that are in the creative plane, or they're doing something creative with their life, right? 20% of all adults are creative. 100% of all children are creative. 100% of all children are creative. They're always creating, they're always drawing, they're always imagining. So at what point in our life does all that creativeness, that creativity, if you will, go away, and we're trained to live in this box and live this way and live this prefabricated way that everyone tells us that you have to live in order to make a living? And the millennials are living proof that they're making things change. They're saying things like, if I can get this done in 2 hours at home, why in the fuck am I here for 10 hours during the day? I could do this at home in 2 hours. So you guys either pay me to do this shit for 2 hours at home, or go fuck yourselves. So companies are having to start to think along those lines of productivity and creativity, and not living inside that box, that man-made, prefabricated path that everyone tells you that you have to go down. Well, that's not true. Everyone has a special talent. Every single person should be using that talent every day, and the world would be a better place. And the world will be a better place in a minute, too, if we can get Mr. Chris to pick up the phone. Let's see if we can give him a call and see what's crackulating in the wild, wild world.
This is Chris Ryder. Can't take your phone call right now. Please leave me a message. Actually, it's easier for you to text.
Ah, come on. He's leaving us hanging on the air, man. Well, and that's what happens whenever you decide to do the Robcast live, uncut and unrated, coming at you live from beautiful Brazoria County. And it gets more beautiful the longer I live here this time, guys. I can tell you that. And if you do visit